Give my regards to Broadway, a little bit more advanced with a few diddles. Starts off with give my regards to Broadway. We've got 2 bars of a C chord. I'm going to pedal the E from that C chord underneath all the melody notes like this. We did that also in the Peacherine video. Now I'm going to take the 7th of the F chord, so there's my root, the G, 7th is 2 semitone below F, and put it under the melody notes for the next section that's all G7. Back to our C chord. Keeping on going, same thing. Now I can, even though it says G, I know it has a 7th feel. I'm going to try it. F in here. 42nd Street. Works. Now I got to change that F to an F sharp because I'm now in a D7 chord. F will not work. It's not in that chord. So I'm going to do an F sharp at the bottom. It's a long chord. I can grab a nice big G7 chord. There's the melody note. There's my G chord. The 7th is 2 semitones down. Here we go. Whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with the old time throng. Now, kind of a climax of the piece. Give my regards, give my I can put a chord on the first beat of that bar because the next 2 notes in the melody are also in that chord. Give my I'm going to hold on to that A and C sharp with the F. Crunchy, but resolves nicely on the E. And then there's my melody note. There's a D minor chord. I can grab this. I can melody note C sharp. There's the C sharp diminished. Let's practice that a few times. Old Broadway, C not sharp. So if you practiced your inversions, here we can use it. I'll be there ere long. I'll be there. So you can't hold that C, can you? Throughout the tie. I'll be there. You have to change it to a G7 chord. There's G7, I can grab that. I'll be left hand, make the stride a little bit more complex than just root and top. We're going to do root and 5th, root and 5th. And for the G7 chord, D, thumb on F and G. It's a nice way to do the G7 chord without having to move a lot. Then we've talked about walking our bass down. See the beginner video for more details on that if that's new to you. Tell all the gang at 42nd Street. So you can change this to this if you want to have the D on the bottom. Gang at 42nd Street, 42nd Street, or 42nd Street. Varieties, depending upon what you want to sound like. You can do it. If you repeat the piece, you can do it one way the first time and another way the second time. So there's no way that's right, no way that's wrong. Your ear is the judge. 42nd Street, I will soon be there. So I added a little fun at the top. A whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with the old time throng. Give my regards to, so you can do a give my regards to, just a little bit of a defining the climax of the piece. Give my regards to Broadway. I like to end with a solid chord there so the right hand has nothing to compete with. And say that I'll be Here's the whole thing, hands together. C, A, C, B. I just picked up those notes from the C scale. Ooh, what did I do there? 47. So F, A, B, D, rolled it up. Part of the G chord if you add in a ninth. But we don't need to know that, we just need to play it. Here we go. 42nd Street, that I will soon be there. Now, when I played that left hand right there, I wound up with an F at the bottom. I thought, oh, I played E too soon, I'm going to run out of notes, so I went back up the F again. Another variation on the left hand that can happen on the fly. I kind of like it. Here we go.